What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Clown Questions, the show where there are no dumb questions. I'm your host, Matt K. Maurer, and this week we're having an episode from the cabin, from the man cave. This is actually the King's cabin. Actually, I should say Auntie Mary and the King's cabin. I didn't tell them I'm filming. They do watch a lot of shows, so I was hoping I could surprise them, and they see me randomly doing this. But the question on my mind today is Canada's coach a spy? The answer may surprise you. And yeah, we will also be doing an interview live from the cabin. I don't know exactly who it is yet. It's kind of up in the air, but there'll be a guest. They'll be here and it'll be on Clown Questions. So who's down to clown?
That's a clown question, bro.
So is Canada's coach a spy? In my eyes, it's pretty easy. The answer is yes. I think that's pretty clear. After the coach for the women's soccer team was suspended 1 year after a drone spying scandal. Can you believe that? They got caught flying a drone over a practice. I don't know if I think the coach was the drone operator, but Canada did submit an appeal to the Olympics, and they have lost this appeal as new details have emerged. They actually found out that the coach was, involved in some emails that referred to the drones. So she obviously wasn't the drone pilot. That would make this a lot funnier. But yeah, she definitely hi mom. She definitely did this. They caught her in the emails. But incredibly, Canada still advanced through the group stage. They got a 6-point penalty. I think you get 3 points for a win. They won all 3 games. They upset France. They're in a goosebump moment of the week later on in the show. So it's incredible. 6 points. They got 9, -6, 3, good enough for second place in the group, and they advance. Apparently, all the players are tired of being called cheaters and this and that. But when your coach gets caught filming practice, a la Jim Harbaugh, Bill Belichick, people aren't gonna take a liking to you. But the team persists, and I don't know. I guess I kind of hope they keep winning, unless they play the U.S. women's, just because it would keep the story alive. And what a story it is. My next question is a violent one. Should we riot? I think yes. I'm trying to figure out where we riot. Probably at the NBA headquarters, because it was announced that NBA chose Amazon Prime over TNT for a major broadcasting deal. And TNT is actually threatened a lawsuit. Not threatened a lawsuit. They are suing the NBA because apparently TNT matched Amazon's offer. They agreed to the same amount of terms, same amount of money, and the NBA said, no, we're going with Amazon Prime. So TNT is alleging they breached their contract. I don't know the details of that, but I stand with TNT. I believe in there. Keep them together. Kenny the Jet, Chuck, and Shaq, and Ernie, of course. So let's go. Let's go protest. Free TNT. Oh, geez. But yeah, I should have I wanted to talk about it last week, and it came out right before I ended up posting the finished episode. But yeah, get it together, NBA. Get TNT back. Give the people what they want. No one cares about your halftime shows. You don't hold a candle to what Inside the NBA has done, and what hopefully they'll continue to do if they win this lawsuit. And if they don't win the lawsuit, like I said, we riot. Next question is a baseball related question without a transition there. Who had a no-no? A no-no, of course, meaning a no-hitter. And the no-no was from Dylan Cease, the San Diego Padres pitcher. 9 innings, no hits. Good for, I think, the number 4 moment on Goosebump Moments of the Week. Baseball commentary. Come on. Come to me. I don't know. No hitter. Very cool. Dylan Cease. That's all I got to say about that. But I do have some baseball to talk about this week. And the question that's probably most important in terms of all the transactions and how the teams are doing is who got traded. So a lot of people got traded. I'm just going to list off the big names. Basically, the maybe not the biggest names, but the names I've heard of. So I'll just go through them. The first one I have listed pisses me off the most. Jazz Chisholm Jr. to the Yankees. I'm sorry, Angela. I hate your team with a passion. You guys did get a great player, though. Chisholm actually hit 4 home runs in his first 3 games as a Yankee. And 4 of those happened in 24 hours. He had back-to-back games with 2 home runs. I hate the Yankees. It's a sham. It's a shame. But let's keep going through the list. I got a whole list of all these traded guys. Justin Turner to the Mariners. I don't know if that's a big one because Turner might be washed at this point. The former Dodger, the former Red Sox. I don't even know if that's the team he was on when he got traded. But I'll keep rattling through them. Jorge Soler to the Braves. I heard he's good, can hit home runs. Alex Cobb to Cleveland. Cleveland got a much needed pitcher. And the Cleveland Guardians, as you should have said, Brendan, are looking good in their bullpen. Josh Bell got traded to the Diamondbacks, another great hitter, good fielder. Brian De La Cruz to the Pirates. So now the Pirates have 2. They have Ellie De La Cruz and Brian De La Cruz. Don't think there's a relation there, but it is cool to have 2 De La Cruzes on your team. How often do you see that? Kevin Kiermaier, he got traded to the Dodgers. Don't know about his hitting, but he is one of the most fantastic outfielders in the league. He's fun as hell to watch. Sorry for swearing at your cabin, Mary and Danny, the king. Excuse me, I gave up his pseudonym there. But yeah, Kiermaier, great outfielder. So he'll be, important for the Dodgers defensively. And the last one I'll mention is Randy Arozarena was traded to the Mariners. He's on my fantasy baseball team. One of the reasons I know his name. But yeah, like I said, my baseball analysis has quite a way to go. I'm wearing a Brewers shirt, but I don't know where to go with my baseball talk and such. But we'll continue some more baseball talk. How bad are the White Sox? How do I answer this? Very? No, I don't think very is not enough. How bad are they? They're historically bad. They just set a franchise record, a single season franchise record with 17 consecutive losses. 17. That's a whole lot of L's. One embarrassing franchise. As bad as the Cubs have been for hundreds of years, this is and the Bears, as bad as the Bears are, this is maybe the worst team Chicago has seen ever. 17 losses in a row is horrifying if you're a Sox fan. What's not horrifying is being a Packers fan because you know what we did. We ended the holdout, the practice holdout that wasn't really a holdout. People were giving Jordan shit for that, but Jordan's like, nah, you guys is discussing a deal with me. And I didn't ask the question yet. Is Jordan Love underpaid? Yes. Okay. So how facetious can you be? Clearly, I'm a Packer fan, so I'm biased. But yeah, he ended the practice holdout, which really wasn't a holdout. He just said, like, you guys have been in talks with me about a deal. Why would I practice when I know, like, you're already willing to give me a deal before the season? I'll start practicing once you pay me. And we did pay him handsomely $220 million, good for $55 million a year, making him the highest paid player in NFL history. Of course, he'll no longer be that after Brock Purdy gets his gigantic bag, probably the highest paid 7th round pick ever, probably maybe the highest paid player ever. It was funny seeing all these, quarterback contracts. The market's always kind of adjusts. The next guy always gets money than the guy before, except Tua Tagovailoa. So I love Tua, but it was kind of funny that he was the one outlier. It's like, wait, why didn't I get the record breaking money? Jordan Love swoops in 2 hours later or whatever it was and makes all that dough. Packers fans are thrilled. And yeah, I know I have the bias. So I do acknowledge. I think it's kind of a gamble. Not kind of. It is a gamble. $75 million signing bonus. You're not. That money is important. Even though I don't know, is the cap real? Do we know if that's real or not? Um, but yeah, it's a gamble the Packers take. It's one I'm willing to take. He's showed enough in 16 games where it's like, oh, well, it's one good season. How can you pay him after that? I just think back to Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. I don't think they won a playoff game in their first year as a Packer. So it's hard not to have a ton of confidence in Love, um, as we do. As we do as Packer fans. Last question, some more football questions for you. Just the one, actually. Are onside kicks dead? Yes and no. They are somewhat alive at the moment, but the surprise onside kick is dead. The death of the surprise onside kick. The NFL has, kind of been announcing more of the new kickoff rules, and one of those being you must announce anytime you're going to be doing an onside kick. So that sucks, that you had that Saints Super Bowl where they came out at halftime, did an onside kick. No one was expecting it. Surprise onside kicks are so fun. I feel like I remember some Mason Crosby to Jordy Nelson ones where he just kicks it perfectly. Jordy catches it like he's running a slant route. So that's a shame. And also, I guess one of the rules is you have to wait until the fourth quarter to do an onside kick. So it'll be interesting, the strategy there. And it'll be interesting to see what the new kickoff rules bring. Like I mentioned 10 pods ago, Keyshawn Nixon was doing this, rubbing his hands together when he saw the new kickoff rules. So if Keyshawn's in favor of them, Packers fans are in favor of him because he is that dude, and we all know it. Let's get to first year interruption. This week's first year interruption is a pretty funny one. It's from a lesser known player, but a good player nonetheless. Mack Hollins. He is now a Buffalo Bill. And I saw the poofy hair and, a little Palomalo kind of in him. So you maybe kind of expected him to be a character. But after seeing this interview with the Bills, it's just a different level of being a character. I don't have that much commentary. I just think it's hilarious. So I wanted to put it in this week. It's a pretty entertaining clip from a Buffalo news source. So without further ado, here's first year interruption with Buffalo Bills wide receiver Mack Hollins.
When I asked Bills players about Mack Hollins, they all said the same thing.
I love Mack.
Mack's awesome.
One of my favorite players. Honestly, probably one of my favorite people I've ever met.
Like, golly.
And that's because, well, Mack's a little different.
Like, every team I've been on, they're going to be like, who's the weirdest guy? They're going to say Mack.
I say interesting.
Yeah, it's not like a bad weird.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's Tarzan.
Yeah, and just like Tarzan, Mack doesn't wear shoes.
I think shoes are a tool. Okay. And people have made them a part of their body. Like, I wouldn't walk around with a hammer just because I might need a hammer sometimes.
Now, he does wear cleats because he has to, but he calls them foot prisons.
Like, look at that little tiny toe box. How you gonna fit your toes in there?
But this barefoot thing is catching on.
Joe was out here shoeless yesterday for a walkthrough.
Started walking around barefoot yesterday. And you look around, there's 10 other guys barefoot.
Nobody is walking around barefoot in life yet. I think I'm the only one doing that one.
Now, this no shoes thing is just the beginning of Mack's unique personality.
Oh, it's my man, Josh!
Like his thoughts on cats.
Small cats will steal your soul. Never have them around. If it's a house cat, that'll steal your soul.
Or the fact that he doesn't use utensils.
Like, what happened that people said you got to start using utensils? Your hands will help you digest because your body knows that it's coming. Your hands will get the temperature of the food so you can better understand what it's going to be before it goes in your mouth so you don't burn your tongue or your lips. And you're more cognizant of washing your hands. People are like, it's dirty. No, it's not, because I know I'm about to eat with my hands, so I got to wash them. A lot of y'all don't wash your hands out the bathroom, let alone before you eat.
So yeah, Mack Hollins, pretty interesting looking guy. I think I agree with a lot of the thing. The barefoot thing, I don't know the research behind it, but I heard, if you're barefoot, you're more grounded to the earth. The chakras in your feet will make you more earthly. whatever. The eating with the hands thing, that kind of makes sense. I don't know if I buy. I mean, to his point, and I maybe don't do this a lot, but you wash your hands before you eat, then it's fine. But it's I wonder if he eats everything with his hands. Like, is this dude eating spaghetti bare hands? No fork needed. That'd be pretty interesting. But the point that I totally agree with him on is that small cats will steal your soul. House cats, those are the ones who'll steal your soul. I've never really gotten along with cats. I think it's kind of because like cats can discern my character a little bit. They they know I don't know. They can figure out my vibe. They know what kind of dude I am, and I am scared they'll steal my soul at some point. But great stuff from Mack Hollins. Let's get to our interview with someone. Someone on this couch interviews live from the cabin. Should be fun. So take it away. Insert name here.
All right, now pulling up to the pod is one of my best friends. He's been an OG since day one. It is Stu Dahlman. Stu, thanks for joining me on the show. I appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a good pod. So I guess I'll start here. How was the drive up? How are you enjoying the cabin?
Not too bad.
Not
Not too bad, man. This place is beautiful. To be here. Short little drive. Get out. We're here, man. Couldn't be happier. Let's do it. We're up north.
Yes, sir. Live from the cabin. So let's talk some sports. I'm gonna start off. Are you a Bears fan? I gotta ask that because you're from the streets of Oswego, right?
No, man. You know how I get down with these Packers, man. I was wearing Packer gear, living in that state since I was 8 years old.
All right.
We had the Bears mascot show up to our school.
You did?
I wore a Chiefs head. Greg Jennings jersey, green and yellow necklace on.
Did you get bullied for it?
Never.
Never?
They can't bully. How are they gonna bully me when we're just better than them?
Yeah, I guess they don't really have a comeback.
They can't.
They beat us twice in the last 10 years or whatever.
Jay Cutler days, man.
Jay Cutler, Bears legend. But okay, speaking of legends, Jordan Love just got 4 years, $220 million.
Some big money.
How do you feel about that deal? You think we overpaid, underpaid?
I think it was a tad bit too early for them to give him that kind of money.
That's fair.
I think he needs to at least prove that he can do what he did twice, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I think
it's too late now. We already paid him.
I know. Don't get me wrong. He's phenomenal. He had a lot of big wins. Surprised me with that Chiefs win this year.
Yeah.
That was a great game.
For real.
Then, gave them Cowboys that business in the playoffs. So.
Yeah.
Nah, he's next up, man, for sure. Packers have been real fortunate with the quarterback luck that they've had in the past couple years, past 20 years, I'm being honest.
Yeah. For real, dude. Since Favre.
Yeah, really.
Three for three, you think?
Hopefully, I mean, he
knock on some wood.
Staple for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, way he used to throw that thing, just gotta be 10 yards on the field, and he just bullet that sucker right.
Yeah.
So I love watching guys like that play. We've had a lot of great quarterbacks.
Yeah.
For our franchise, and I'm excited to see what he can do, man. He's a great young guy, and
yeah,
I just hope he can pull off what he did again.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. My next question is about the guy who got paid right before him. You think he's better than Tua? I mean, he's making more money, so is that how you determine that?
I mean, he definitely had a better first year than Tua, I would say.
True.
I mean, Tua's got the weapons too. I mean, we got a young receiving core. He's got an all-pro receiving core. I mean, to an extent.
Yeah.
He's got the fastest guy in the NFL out there. So I mean,
Waddle.
You gotta look great with him. Yeah, you got a speed demon core.
They just got OBJ. You don't fuck OBJ.
He's washed in my opinion. No hates all the OBJ fans out there. He was great when he was a little bit younger, but those days are over. He's getting ready to hang it up.
It's a damn shame. I'm still waiting for the comeback, but it's like he's how many two ACL tears? He probably won't be the
We'll see him get
rookie year.
touchdown though. He finally got his ring, that's good stuff.
Dude,
shout out the Rams.
Dude, that shit was funny. I asked one of my friends in Madison. I asked their girlfriend. I'm like, who should I bet on to score the first touchdown? She's like, oh, Odell Beckham Jr. And I bet on it, won like $200. Yeah, I was like, dang, how'd you know that?
That's wild.
But he got the tutty and then he got hurt. But yeah, we'll talk a little bit football later too. But I wanted to do a new segment. I know you're a big basketball guy, big ball knower. So obviously Team USA's playing right now. So I was hoping, would you like to do a new segment with me presented by no one?
Let's do it.
All right. So this new segment has probably been used hundreds of times on every sports podcast ever, but it's called Start, Bench, Cut. I believe you're familiar with how that works.
I am.
All right. So start, bench, and cut one guy from Team USA. Here are your three options: LeBron, KD, and Anthony Edwards.
All right, so you pretty who you know who I'm gonna start. Pretty much gotta know who I'm gonna start.
I think I know.
I'm gonna throw KD in that starting spot. I'm gonna throw Brian on the bench, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut A as much as I love him, but I'm gonna cut him.
No, you don't think Ants surpassed him yet?
No.
Not with the youth. KD and LeBron, they're not in their. You don't think they're washed?
He's got to be on the team. That's LeBron. Ant's a youngin, man. He's younger than me, so
it's true.
I gotta pay the elders a little respect.
Yeah,
and get his ass out of there.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. All right, well that sounds good. So people who don't know Stu, he gets a lot of shit from our friends because people will accuse him of being a Cowboys fan or Alabama fan. Do you think it's fair? Maybe not Alabama, but definitely Cowboys. You've been on that, and whatever team KD's on. Do you think it's fair when our friends call you a bandwagon fan? Do you think that's fair to say?
I mean, no. I don't think so. I think yes. I think they get mad at players that I've liked on certain teams, which makes sense. I mean, I was a Zeke fan. I wouldn't even call myself a Cowboy fan. So, and that lasted one season. After that 2017 season,
just Zeke's rookie year, you were a Cowboys fan. But now you're a Bears fan.
Bears fan.
Packers. Sorry, I'm trying to bait you. But your favorite NBA team, that's like the Phoenix Suns?
Probably. I mean, I was just living downtown, man. It's hard not to root for those Bucks, but KD's my guy, man. So I guess you can go that route, yeah.
So when the Nets played the Bucks a couple years ago, when the Bucks won the championship, you were rooting for KD and the Nets?
I had my jersey on, man. Yes, sir. I was getting food walking out of there. I couldn't even go to the bars that night.
Yeah.
They said, nah, we can't let you in here wearing that jersey. I was like,
What would Alex Antetokounmpo say? If you don't know, Stu's kind of buddies with Alex, Giannis's younger brother. What would he have said? He saw you wearing the Nets jersey.
He wouldn't have been too happy with me. He would have had me change an outfit real quick or anything else.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would have appreciated that one too much, but hey, the Bucks were the better men that night.
Yeah.
Giannis put up a historic series against them, which was great. Drew Holiday with some big defense.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was great. It was a great series.
Two-time champ.
Pan out the way I intended it to. I love a series.
Yeah, for sure. I actually didn't prepare for this question, but Alex Antetokounmpo, right? So you're friends with him. Yes, I've seen you, out clubbing with him. I think I saw you at Giannis's house. He's got the indoor basketball.
Yes, sir.
team. How'd you meet Alex?
Boy, shout out Al.
How did you meet Al? And how did you guys become friends? Just kind of living in Milwaukee, and
I actually was working this little job back in Oconomowoc, and one of his buddies, my buddy Noah, actually shout out Noah if you're watching.
Shout out Noah.
He had actually just gotten a job there too, so I ended up just chopping it with him on some just casual stuff, and he ended up going to high school with him at Dominican. That was his right hand man.
Is that where Diamond Stone went? I think it is.
It might be. I don't know.
Dude, remember
the guy from Maryland?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But so just kind of a friend of a friend, and
yeah, pretty
so-
much. I mean,
so-
I really didn't expect any of that stuff to go down and me to even meet them, but hooked it up, played some ball over there, met Al, and rest is history.
yeah, for sure. You ever met Giannis?
I had not actually. That time when I was over there playing some hoops, he was actually out in Greece with the family. That was in 2022 after we lost to
The Heat, probably. It's probably the
I think
Heat.
it was Boston.
Uh,
I think it was Boston.
You're right, I think. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool that you and Antetokounmpo, right?
Yeah. Yes,
Uh,
sir.
But yeah, let's talk some college football. I've been asking all my guests this, but did you get NCAA 25?
I did.
Been ripping that?
I've
Okay.
been playing a little bit.
You've been
I'm playing
doing-
with Connor.
Doctor.
Those
I did.
those tied are no joke, man. Jalen Milrow in the back.
I knew. See,
too good.
I knew you were an Alabama fan. Come on.
Yeah.
You are?
No. Man. In that game, I am. They're a blast to play with.
So
I
they're
love playing
your
with them.
like dynasty team?
I play. I actually haven't started up that mode yet, but I think I'm gonna take. I might go. That's the team I play. Take Ohio State.
Oh, okay.
Sean Judkins. Yeah.
Quinshawn Judkins.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
If that's I might be pronouncing his first name wrong too, so if I did butcher that, I apologize.
Sorry, Quinshawn. But yeah, let's college football. So Colorado, obviously, they were the big story like beginning of the year last year, but then what? They won 4 or 5 in a row, and then didn't they lose every other game after that?
Their opener, they happened to knock off TCU, which is pretty crazy. So that's kind of where that hype originated from.
Yeah.
Which was that was a crazy game. Travis Hunter, big time interception, really put himself on the map with that one, I would say.
Oh yeah, that was like the diving one at the goal line? Oh my gosh,
that was crazy. That kid is crazy.
Side note: you think Travis Heisman? Think Travis Hunter can win the Heisman? Will he?
I mean, you can't cut him out of it for a guy like that, especially being a two-way player and being as dominant the way he is. I mean, he obviously has a chance for sure.
Yeah.
With that Colorado team and Deion up there doing everything he is. Yeah,
Right.
I think there's definitely a possibility for that.
Yeah, Travis Heisman.
Yeah.
So yeah, on Colorado, do you think they have a chance to like finally be back this year? Because we thought they were back at the beginning of last year, but they weren't really.
We'll see what they did with that O line.
Yeah.
They can give Shador a little bit more protection.
Yeah.
I want to see a little bit more of his legs. I want to see him get out of the pocket, make some throws. I feel like last season he was either sitting in the pocket, delivered a dot, or he was going to take off and run with it, which is great. That works, but he was getting a lot of protection, which when you're playing big football like that, you're gonna need that. It's pretty important.
Yeah.
So hopefully they got some more big boys up front. That was one thing Deion was not happy with them last season. So let's see the adjustments he made for that, and let's see what Shador can do in the backfield.
Yeah. So with Shador, I think I saw a mock draft for next year. He's like projected to be like a top 5 pick or so. You think his brother Shiloh? Do you think he's league?
I think Shiloh's pretty athletic. Is he playing safety for them right now?
Corner, defensive back. I think.
Oh, he's very good. He's a quick guy. He's on top of that ball. He had a great game against Colorado State. I think he actually had one interception. Then they called it, hit the ground, and then very next play, pressure got to him, and he was able to take one home for 6, which was crazy to see. So
yeah,
he was high stepping, man.
So Deion. Yeah, that's gonna be my next question. Do you think there's maybe a little Bronny James going on, just because their last name is Sanders?
Absolutely.
They're gonna be in the NFL.
Look at the last name. Look who's leading the NIL. I mean, these guys' last names
It's a name brand.
These guys are outstanding athletes.
Right.
They're working hard too. I understand, but no, that last name goes a long way.
Yeah.
Definitely gave him a lot more exposure than anybody else, just strictly off pops.
Yeah.
But that's great. At least they're playing it and at least somewhat living up to the hype and coming out there on Saturdays and doing what they do.
Yeah, that's gotta be kind of weird though, playing with your dad, right? Like you throw an interception or you drop an interception, he's just like calling you your full name. He throws a middle name in
Hear
there.
about that at the house on Thanksgiving and stuff for sure.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah. Okay. So who is your college team? I don't even-
Badgers for sure.
Okay. You
Yeah.
dumb. You dumb.
Badger fan for sure.
All right. That's what's up. You think?
How about you for being a Badger?
Yeah. You think we can make the playoffs? Not this year.
I don't. I tend to not.
It's
think
only
so.
12.
I
It's
like
top
to-
12, right?
I don't.
They
I don't
changed
think
it.
so. I
Yeah. I
can see
don't
those
think so.
Badgers getting into a nice bowl game if they,
So,
they can keep themselves locked in all season long. They always tend to feel. I feel like they start pretty good. They start hot, and then it's just overtime. They end up losing games that they really should be winning to unranked teams.
we might not start that hot this year. We play Alabama week 2.
Yeah, that's not gonna go. That's not gonna go too well.
So
No, it's home, but it's like they're gonna run us by, I'd say, minimum 40.
minimum 40.
I'd say 28. 28.
Oh.
28.
It's gonna be brutal. I gotta go. We have to go.
Yeah. I'll be up there for sure.
Dude. That upset would be all time. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, that would be crazy to be in Camp Rental for that one if they were to pull that off. But
That's an instant field storm.
we know that was not gonna happen though. Deep down, we know that.
But deep down, I have to go to the game. I have to.
I would too, man. If I went to school there, I'd be there for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of upsets, do you think the Chicago Bears can surprise some people this year? Maybe squeak out a wild card spot. Win some games.
A lot of trust in a couple guys. I feel like
A lot of offense.
Yeah, no, that receiving core is good. I'm really excited to see what Caleb Williams can do, but I don't see him sneaking into the playoffs this year. I really don't. If I'm being honest, it would just be embarrassing to do, if that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think they made a playoff in 10 years at least.
No, I think it's been like 6. I think they made it like 2018. They had a good team, but maybe that's probably once or twice in the past 10. Not much.
I don't see it happening, if I'm being honest. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. You gonna watch Hard Knocks?
I am. That's gonna be good.
Yeah. So you think Williams is my pick? Caleb Williams, my pick for Rookie of the Year. Do you have a pick? I mean, I find it hard to see anyone else winning it. I just think he's got such a good offense. It would be hard for him not to have a good year offensively.
We'll see what Malik can do up there in New York. If
Danny Jones,
Danny can pull it out.
Danny Dimes,
Get him the ball and just try to make him look good. I mean, he's got a chance for sure.
Yeah.
It's probably between those two though, honestly. Trying to think who else.
I think Brendan last week picked Marvin Harrison. Be bad. Maybe Jaden Daniels. There's some good rookies. Good rookies. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
would be crazy.
Yeah. Okay, now I'd like to play Would You Rather with you. So I'm just gonna give you 2 quarterbacks. You tell me who would you rather have a team? Who would you rather have on your team? Joe Burrow or Josh Allen? I feel like I know your answer, but it's tough, right? Only one of them's beating Mahomes in the playoffs.
If you asked me this last year, I would have said Josh Allen like by far, but
this year,
you think he lost his guys?
If Burrow's back healthy, yeah, no, that's true. The Bills are they're down to Keon Coleman, and
they lost some defense too, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
I think did they lose Poyer?
They yes, they did lose Poyer.
Okay.
They kind of cleaned house. It's kind of weird. They just kind of start from scratch.
Who do they got Tremaine? They got Tremaine Edmonds still.
No, I think he's gone too. I think he might be on the Bears.
What about
But you'd rather have Burrow? Is that what you're saying? I thought you were gonna go with Allen.
I probably would go with Allen. So
okay,
just because he's a beast, man. He runs folks over. He'll take it from a linebacker and put him on the ground.
Yeah,
it's crazy to see him move 240 pounds around the way he does. Just running guys over, and then he's got probably the second longest arm in the game.
Who's first?
Mahomes.
Yeah, it's probably true. I haven't seen a Hail Mary. It's Rodgers, right? Nah, he's too old.
No, I do not doubt that Rodgers might be able to get a ball close to as far as they can, but on the move, middle of a play, maybe even play action pass. I'm taking either Burrow or no, I'm taking Mahomes or Allen
Right.
to get it to a receiver far down the field for sure.
Right. So kind of what you're saying is like you would take Allen over Burrow, but you like the Bengals better as a team.
Yeah, I mean, they got T. Higgins out there, Jabbar.
Yeah, T until he gets traded. Yeah. Who knows if he'll, they might not grant that request at all. He just seems pissed. Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. Well, last question about the NFL for you here. You got a Super Bowl pick for me.
Texans.
CJ Stroud and them. Okay.
Think so. Either that or I think those Ravens.
Holy shit! There's a tick right there on your shit. Oh my gosh! Wait, I got a tissue right here. Oh my.
Let me see it.
Oh,
I don't think that's a tick.
It's not a tick? I thought that was a tick, yo.
No, it's just a little bug.
We got a tick on the. Are you sure?
No,
it's not a wood tick or deer tick.
So. We're good,
dude. I thought I was going to see you get ticked up. But sorry. So you got Texans. You got them playing. Who? The Packers? No, don't. I mean, you don't have to say Packers, obviously, but 49ers running it back.
They could. I don't
know. Lions.
49ers can just play some damn good playoff football. Like every time, like if they seem to claw back from every single situation they've been down. I feel like, especially against us, man.
They always murk Green Bay every time. This is a damn shame. So
that's our kryptonite,
dude. I thought Love and we had that game. Keyshawn Nixon, Aaron Jones had crazy runs and.
I was pissed, man.
And Love turned into Brett Favre on that last play.
Yeah, he just had to get it out. He just launched it down there, tossed it up.
I was so pissed, but it's kind of like the fact that he won a playoff game his first year starting is kind of insane.
He damn near shouldn't even been in the playoffs because he did have what was we broke damn near even, did we not?
What do you mean we broke even?
Like, what was our record?
Oh, 9-7 maybe? Yeah, okay. 9-8? Or was it 10-7? Yeah, but we were over 500, I think. Okay. Yeah, we weren't the NFC South.
Yeah. Okay.
So you got Texans over Niners?
Yeah.
That's the official pick?
I think so.
Who's winning Super Bowl MVP?
Probably
Will Anderson. Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs.
No, probably definitely it's gonna be Diggs or Stroud.
It's probably
or it'll be CMC.
Oh, so the Niners then,
if they win, yeah. I mean, I'm just predicting that they go. I don't know if they'll win.
Yeah. Texans Niners Super Bowl. I like it. Well, I'd like to see Jets Packers. You think? What about Rodgers? He's coming off the torn Achilles. I've talked to people about this. I think they're gonna make the playoffs, but I want to hear your thoughts on that. Or, maybe a Rodgers.
I think there's a chance to if Rodgers can stay healthy, but he's getting old, man. We'll see how that body holds up. And how old is he now? 40?
Yeah, 40. Yeah. But if let's say he stays healthy, plays at least 13 games, they got to be in, right? You'd think?
Yeah. I mean, he's got the weapons. He's got
Garrett Wilson,
Breece Hall back there.
True.
He's got my Badger, my boy Braylon
Allen. Yeah, that's right.
I hope he gets a couple snaps this year. It'd be cool to see him and Rodgers get something going.
Yeah, he'll be an interesting kind of 1-2 punch with Breece Hall. Yeah, that's pretty much thunder and lightning right there.
That man was a lightning in a bottle in college, man, and he was.
That's true. Maybe Braylon's not the thunder. Braylon's the lightning too.
I'm telling you, man.
It was lightning and lightning.
He was something special in college.
Yeah.
He had to be though coming out of RBU. All this man JT.
That's all the Badgers know how to do. That's all we know how to do is run the damn ball. But yeah, man. Thanks for coming on the pod again.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming up north,
Yes,
live
sir.
at the cabin.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go. This pod might be posted like 4 days late, but you know, it is what it is. I appreciate you being in. You're only the second or third in-person guest, so
Right on, man.
so this is fire. You're gonna have to make a new theme song with Stewart in it because it's in person. But yeah, last question for you. What's your all-time favorite Goosebump moment? So that's what I'm trying to do with Goosebump Sports. You know, I think it's about the moments that give you chills, give you goosebumps. So if you have one, what's your all-time favorite sports moment? Or if you can't pick one, you know, maybe rattle off a couple.
Probably, honestly, I mean, I'm not a fan of either of these teams. I just think this is just like straight up one of the craziest sports moments that ever happened. And it was that Chris Davis kick return touchdown on Auburn versus Bama.
Dude,
I think that was the most insane thing that ever happened in a sporting event, just because of who they were playing, what the circumstances were, where they were.
Yep. Iron Bowl.
Yeah. No time left on the clock, man. He takes that thing all the way back. Just beat the odds, ran around that last defender.
Yeah, no, and it was crazy because Alabama like ran a play and like they said, "Oh, the time expired, the game's over, or we're going to overtime or whatever." And then they reviewed it. Bama like barely had touched out of bounds with like 1 second left. They're like, "All right, put 1 second left on the clock." Nick Saban's like, "Oh, I can kick a 57-yarder with a freshman kicker."
Yeah.
But no, this might be a hot take, but I honestly think that's the greatest moment in sports history.
Yeah.
Like returning a missed field goal for the win, 108 yards.
Yep.
I don't think there's one better. Chris Davis. Dude, imagine Chris Davis came on the pod one day. But yeah, man. Thanks for coming out, and
Sure.
let's go get hammered on the lake at the King and Aunt Mary's cabin. We're gonna go get hammered respectfully, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. Well, thanks for pulling up.
Yes, sir, bro.
It was a good pod. I'm glad that tick didn't kill you, or I'm glad it wasn't a tick, right? What was it? Just a little beetle or something?
I don't know what that thing was, dude. It's over with now.
It's done for. And so is this interview. Thanks, Stuart.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you to whoever I just interviewed. It was a great interview, I'm sure. Lots of laughs, lots of football, probably lots of whatever we were talking about there. I wanted to thank you for joining me on the podcast live from the King and Aunt Mary's cabin, or Aunt Mary's cabin featuring the King, whatever you want to call it. But let's finish out the show here with some Goosebump moments of the week, starting off at numero 10, and that is going to be Rafael Devers. I'm sorry, I got studio's a little different today, so I'm trying to work it out. But yeah, here is the Goosebump moments of the week. Number 10, a walk-off for Rafael Devers and the Red Sox.
Bunting with this man, so it changes a little bit.
Swinging a fly ball left center field, well hit. Raley's back there all the way to the wall, and is off the wall. Here comes the run. Here comes O'Neill. He will score. Raffy delivers, and the Red Sox win it in 10, 3-2.
All right, number 9, Donovan Solano walks it off for the San Diego Padres.
Solano on the ground to left. Kemp's coming from third.
My boy Stu just walked in. Maybe he'll be in. Maybe he'll be in it. All right, number 8, Paul Goldschmidt, Boo Cardinals. It's a walk-off home run.
Donovan and Newtbar,
Big
chance to walk it off. Swing, high fly ball, bouncing left, run back, Trent Wall, it's a walk-off winner. Chip, you know that this one felt great for Paul Goldschmidt. The walk-off home run, his 8th of his career, and a much-needed swing of the bat and victory for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Number 7, Alex Bregman, walk-off homer for the Stros.
And Bregman tries one. Ball game over. Up on the train tracks. Union Station is starting a party tonight. What a game. What a win. Mayhem at Minute Maid, capped by Breggy. The man loves the moment.
Number 6, Corbin Carroll with a walk-off dinger for the D-backs.
We're down 6-0. They have made it a 1-run game in the 9th. Lourdes takes off. Corbin, fly ball, right field. It's gone. It's gone, and they walk it off. They were down 6-0, and they win it 9-8. His first ever walk-off home run. Wow!
Number 5, Cedric Mullins with the catch of the year? Question mark.
Here in the 8th inning.
Track to center field by Machado. Back goes Mullins. He makes the catch! Cedric Mullins, you are the man. With no regard for the wall in front of him, Cedric Mullins took extra bases away. Hey, Sir Anthony, that's what Kim's
Number 4, the final out of Dylan Cease's no-hitter.
Abrams to right field. Johnson coming in. He makes the catch. No hits for the Nats. Dylan Cease throws a no-hitter. The second no-hitter in Padres history. There'll be a sea of San Diegans celebrating back home today.
Dylan Cease says no hit the Washington Nationals.
Number 3, the Canadian women's with the 112th minute winner. Wow. Number 2, France with a 4-point play to send it to overtime. Number 2, USA women's rugby wins the bronze with a 94-meter run. Unbelievable. What a way to end a rugby match. I don't know if that's called a touchdown or what. I think it's worth 5 points. They did make the 2-point conversion kick, the extra 2 points. Well, I don't know the rules of rugby, but all I know is 94 meters at the buzzer to win the bronze. Bronze medal as number 1 moment of the week might be a little ironic, but 94 meters, come on. It's an equivalent to a 99-yard run, to put it into American terms for all of us slow Americans, but that was pretty crazy. And yeah, Canadian women with that winner over France. The drone spires are aspiring to win the gold. So that'll be a fun story to continue watching, as I've said. Let me finish out the show with something a little different. I'm going to give you my Olympic table tennis pick. So I got super into table tennis at like 6 a.m. because it was live at the time. I'm like, this is incredible. I was watching a women's table tennis match between Shin Yubin and I'll be honest, I forgot the Japanese woman's name. But Shin Yubin won in a 7-game series, 4-3. It was absolutely electric. But I don't know. Maybe I'm talking about table tennis because Anthony Edwards got me all hyped up. He's trash talking the U.S. women's. I think Lily Zhang, the table tennis player for Team USA, and he's like, I think I can get a point. She's just laughing at him. She's like, you're not scoring a point on me in table tennis. Anthony's like, no. Ant was like, I can do this. It's just table tennis. Ant's confidence is overconfident a lot of the time. We all know he could not win in table tennis. And someone who we did not think was going to win was Truls Moragar, the Swedish table tennis player, apparently pulled off one of the biggest upsets in table tennis history. So congrats to him. I guess I'll just make him my men's pick because it would be fun to see, the Cinderella story after knocking off the number one table tennis player in the world. And then for my women's pick, I'm going to go with Shin Yubin. And that's probably only because I watched her play in a match. It was an electric game. Like I said, she won 4-3 in a 7-game series, if that's what you call it. But yeah, in terms of the championship, Chen Meng and Sun Yingsha, they both won their quarterfinals match 4-0. They both are, on Team China for table tennis, so they might continue dominating the field and, maybe create an all Chinese final. But I would like to see an underdog win. So I'm gonna have Shin Yubin advancing to the finals to defeat someone who claims to be so good at ping pong, Anthony Edwards. So stupid.